So today I'd like to do a little case study on the impact of saving time for a dispatcher. My name is Wim Kirchhoff, the founder of TopLeft, as well as two MSPs that I started and still operate today in Canada. The one is Kirchhoff Technologies, a Windows MSP, and then Crafty Penguins, which is our Linux MSP. So here's a quote from one of our TopLeft clients in Dusseldorf, Germany. His name is Tim, and he's the lead of their back office and sales. And he says, before using TopLeft, our dispatcher spent 2 to 3 hours per day managing work. With TopLeft, he spends 1 hour per day dispatching. So what's the impact of that? If he has a bookkeeper, he or she may say, well, $40 an hour, saving 2 hours, that's $80 a day times 20 days a week. There we go, that's what we've saved. That's one way to look at it. I believe that's scratching the surface, and we look at the real impact. So I want to unpack that a little. And so this comes down to building a stronger team and better flow. And if we can set up our dispatcher to save time, and by spending less time in tools and clicking things and having more conversations, that really improves the teamwork. There's less micromanaging. They're more empowering the technicians to own their work and to be focused and prioritized. This dispatcher person could be wearing other hats, so we can elevate them for more impactful work. Management, leadership, perhaps they also can help with sales or marketing or other things. They're less stressed, more responsive. Because this is true for anybody. If we're running at a 100% or 110%, even 95%, our response time goes down. It's going to take us longer to respond, whether it's email, whether it's chat, whether it's phone calls. We're going to be slower. We're more stressed, more overwhelmed. So if we can get some time back, buy some time back, we're going to be responsive. We can get back to our team members and clients ASAP. There'll be, instead of tension between team members, we can have more harmony, more focus, more clarity, more time to think on how to improve these processes and those sorts of things. And we can scale more with the people we have. If that dispatcher is flat out, what's going to happen when you add one more client or you add 30 more users? Something's got to give. So if we can save time in these pivotal roles in the company, we can scale more without hiring more. And that's what the MSP game is about, being efficient, driving the profitability, the efficiency. If this person has to do less to be effective, there's less to train on a new person. There's whether they're replacing that person, let's say they got a promotion or they get a position somewhere else, we can get the new person up to speed. They just got to fit into the groove, and there's less procedures to follow. It's more about the culture and the thinking behind it and these relationships, because the strength of a company is the people, which is the sum of all the relationships and the strength of those. So finally, this is going to be more fun for everyone to work on when there's less micromanaging, less admin work, and there's going to be more revenue and profit as a result. So back to the slide here. So how to do this is the big question. So this is with TopLeft. The idea is here is start, and we're using Kanban techniques, which this is not something we invented. These are principles that have existed in the software world for quite some time. In other industries, it actually comes out of manufacturing in Japan. You start with visualizing what's going on, as crazy and as chaotic as it may be. Then we start improving, working with the team. This is not dictating. It's respecting people, that the people doing the work already know what's abrasive, what's inefficient, where they get stuck on. So eliciting that information from them, that wisdom, and then incorporating it. We want to set up the flow so that people can grab the next card and work on it without cherry picking. Grab the next one, do it, and onwards. When they grab the card, it should be clear what to do. The SOP should be there, the tools, the information they need. It should be clear when it's done and move it on. And then we got to work with the team to tune the visualization. So in this kind of mock-up here, this is not the product. It's just a concept. Is you see one card with a red background and exclamation, and but you're going to define those sorts of rules of what is an exception, what's falling behind, what's falling between the cracks, what's been neglected, and what needs some love, some attention. So you got to work with the team to define these rules. Everyone's going to end up with every team ends up with their own rules, their own culture around that. Just like if you had stickies on a whiteboard with all the different tickets, things to do,
every company would have a different way of presenting that, but they own it, they understand, they can see at a glance what to do and what's falling behind. So if you want to learn more, jump on a webinar, we'll check out our videos, we've got blog posts, we have some white papers and such available, and of course you can always schedule a call. Just hit the website and schedule a call there. Thank you, and I hope this was useful.